Hello, YouTubers. Hello, subscribers. I hope that you're having a wonderful evening. I'm having a bad hair moment. I can't get it to where I'm loving it. I'm just not. And so I know when I look at my video later, it's going to look crappy. But let's move on. Kisses to all of you. Thank you for your love and your support. It really means a lot to me. You guys are so awesome. I did get my PO. It's not a PO box, it's an address. So if you want to send anything, I did post it on my website, well, on my channel, and you're more than welcome to send whatever. So let's get started because I've been trying to do this all night, and let's get to it. Donald Trump, he's been indicted on Tuesday. I just don't understand how someone can do the things he do and just get away with it so easily. I just believe that this was Obama. They would have already put him in jail and thrown the key away and broke it. Just in case they find it. They can't open it. Not Donald Trump. It's different. He is running for president. Unfortunately, he's going to have to step down, and he cannot be president. It's just impossible. He's a criminal. He's been convicted twice, and I just think it sends a stupid message to criminals all over that, oh, guess what? You can be president. Fair is fair and right is right. And I think that if you really, people have to put themselves in that situation and really think about it and say, what kind of message is that sending that someone can do, do things that are illegal and not be accountable for it, meaning can run for the president of the United States. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. I want to talk about, a couple of things. I was listening to Lady C talk about how Meghan has left Harry out there to dry. Sorry, I'm going to be playing with it because I hate it. She did. She's accomplished what she wanted to accomplish, except the fact that her popularity, she wasn't banking on that to happen. Everything was going really good until the dust settled and she realized that people don't like her. And like Lady C says, if the judge finds Harry, if he wins this case, I'm going to assume there's something wrong with the UK's justice system. Here, you got to have evidence. Ask Trump. They went and got it from Mar-a-Lago. He was transporting them from one location to another. I know Nate the lawyer is going to report on it. Because that's all that's being talked about over here is Donald Trump breaking news. And also the wildfires. It's not good either. Up the coast, the fires, the smoke, getting into people's lungs. They can't breathe. They can't see. I'm going to be praying for them. Getting back to this. I was over there at the Sussex Squad. You know what they're calling themselves now? The Sussex Squad forever. What? As long as she can keep that name? How can you be the Sussex Squad forever? I mean, it's just weird because when I was listening to them, they were the first video that I watched, and I didn't watch it all. They were talking about the royal family. How Meghan and Harry, how the royal family mistreated them and did all this stuff to them and really went in on the royal family. And I wrote to them and I said, So you think Harry and Meghan would be okay with you helping them trash the royal family? I said help. I did. Because they are. I said, I don't know about you, but I don't think I would want a team of people going after my in-laws. So don't do it in the name of the Sussex. Do it in your own name. But obviously they got the oak. Something's going on. And then what's interesting about what they accuse me of? Oh, you just want money. Or, I made $50 off my channel, and I am grateful for that. Thank you. And I plan to use that money and put it right back into my channel. I'm going to get a mic. I'm going to get some lights, and I'm going to put everything in my office. I'm going to set it up. I'm not doing this to get money. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. I like it. I enjoy talking to you guys about this. Albeit, I hope one day that she changes herself, and maybe we can be talking about something else, but I don't foresee it. Let's move on. Yeah, I said some other stuff to the Sussex. It's just weird. The Sussex forever. I did also let them know that while you guys are using the Duchess of Sussex, that the UK, the country, the town Sussex, they don't want her using that name. They don't care for her. And so why is she using that name? Is if, you know what I'm saying? Like the Duchess of Sussex. So do you know that they dislike her using that name because of how she treated their monarchy, how she treated them? But you guys are just using the name like she earned it? And then they were over there pumping Harry's court case. We're going to pray and hope for Harry to win this. This is a show. This show what? They said this will show everyone that, the tabloids and the media is out to get them. No, it's not. No. And then they even brought up Piers Morgan. I call that revenge. Mm-hmm. Meghan and Harry is going after Piers Morgan because Piers Morgan tells the truth about them. And so Meghan made sure that when Harry got to court that, yeah. If I was Piers Morgan, I hope he's not concerned or care, because every time they ask him on the street, he's, he won't answer. I think he should just give an answer, and then when he gets back in the building to tell us what he really wants to talk about, that's fine. That's my opinion. So, however, Meghan, you didn't think that getting him fired, that wasn't enough because you did lie. You're pissed off at. Meghan is pissed off at Piers Morgan for calling her out and telling her the truth. He said that she was lying. And I believe that too. And she got mad. And so guess who she seeked on him? Guess who she got to attack him? Harry, her puppet. Mm-hmm. Harry's been fighting for her since she walked in the building. He went against his grandmother, his grandfather, Kate, everyone for her. Everyone that Meghan mentioned, he cut. Not only did he cut, he trashed. And he was a willing participant. He didn't flinch. He didn't curl up. He just was willing and waiting. Yes, my family is racist. For her. And this is what goes through my mind, is all that he can do for her. What has she ever did for him? But calls him misery. Soon she's going to be divorcing him. It's all about what she posts. It's not what Harry. She is about to do what something, a tick thing, or she's going to do some posts and get $300, $300,000 a post. That's word on the street. What about Harry? Moving on, because she's pissed off about Spare, and Spare was the whole reason why her reputation is ruined. No, that's what she wants Harry to believe, that it's all his fault that her reputation is shot. No, it's all your fault, Meghan, that Harry's reputation is shot. Because he was doing very well without you until you came along being needy, needy and manipulative and self-centered, selfish, and thinking about you and your brand and what you wanted. You couldn't even wait 5 years. Like you lied and said, oh, why give it 5 years if you're not going to give it 5 minutes? Well, you didn't do that with Elizabeth. You didn't give her 5 years. No. No. That's not what you did. You wanted the world to believe that people mistreated you. And you had Harry, all Harry had to do was stand up to her. All he had to do was say, no, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. And he didn't do that in the beginning, so he couldn't do it now. And he allowed this woman to take full control. And I don't know at what point did he think that she was going to play nicely with William and Kate, Catherine. Never. There was not going to be the foursome. Meghan doesn't want to share the stage with anybody. Oh no. No. She doesn't even want to share it with her husband. She hates the fact that she has to be branded under the fact that she has become a royal. Well, the only reason WME is interested in you is that they may be able to get some money. Because now you married a prince. No one knew you, D-lister actor you. And you came along and shook it up and made everything about you. Even this court case. Harry. I started this lawsuit when I met my wife. And the reason I'm skipping. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the media has trashed her and continue. I want it to stop. I just thank God that we live in a free press. And I don't think TMZ and them like Harry anymore. And that's not good, because that's their only, ally for them to pump good stuff about them. But they were laughing at Harry for being in court with no evidence and talking about something that happened 10 years ago. They said, where are the evidence? What is he talking about? And they said they would be shocked if he wins this case. They said, because again, like I said 2 days ago, that you in the United States, you got to have proof. Point in case, the car chase. Meghan and Harry put out that statement that they almost died. The mayor said, show us the evidence. The other day, they closed the case because these two idiots that's running around lying, don't have nothing. They don't have receipts. All they have is their lies and insinuations and their blame and spinning the story. They were stuck in traffic in New York City, bumper to bumper, stoplight after stoplight. And then she comes out the next day and says she's stunned. It's not Harry. It's Meghan. You're stunned. You're appalled. Who, I keep asking her, who does she think she is all of a sudden? Harry, for some reason, after she married Harry, she's lost it. She's lost any part of being anything but who she is. And why would I want to click on anything that belongs to her? I won't be. I'll be getting it from Sue and the Royal Rogue, and I don't think they're watching it. I don't. I'm gonna move on. So on the docuseries, Archie blames his mom. Blames his mom and dad for making a mess. Are they teaching him to blame early? You can't tell me they're not going around in the house pointing the fingers and she's blaming. Harry, you wrote this, you did this, da 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 da, get out. Why does he have to leave if they're not arguing? And I thought he wrote in his book that they're not used to, like she's not used to having arguments in our house and stuff like that. Well, if you're not, then why are you starting them? This is what I see. I've seen Harry do everything that she's asked him to do and more. He has not let up. He's relentless. And after this case, he has another one against a whole another newspaper for Meghan. And so I guess this is this idea that the press is going after these two. No. You guys open your mouth and we're talking about what you said and we're just fact checking you. That's all. So I was watching a docuseries, right? And this is what made me wanted to do a deep dive, but I'm not doing no deep. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching that. I'm done with that. The Netflix series. So anyway, on there, Meghan says she's in the car, and a few minutes before they get where she's going, she finds out that she's about to meet his grandmother for the first time. Then she goes on and she says, and then a few moments after that, Harry says, you know how to curtsy, right? And she says, what? You have got to be kidding me. I don't believe that story. I believe she knew exactly where she was going. I believe she knew she was going to meet the Queen. Why would you get in a car and get in the car and not know where you're going? That's her acting dumb. Remember I said she do those dumb moments? Chris Rock said she act dumb too. And so did South Park. I hate my hair right now. And so I'm going to pretend like I'm Meghan. So we get in the car and then a few moments, later, Harry tells me, we're going to meet my grandmother. No. You knew when you got dressed and got ready to get in the car, liar, that you was going to go meet his grandmother. Okay? And then he tells her, do you know how to curtsy? And I don't like the way she responded. Are you kidding me? Like it was like disgusting to her. Okay? And then it flips over and you see a clip of Harry saying, how do you ask someone to curtsy to your mother, your grandmother? It's weird. No, it ain't. There's nothing weird about being royal. There is nothing weird about it. It's out of respect. It's out of the culture. That's what you should have told her, Harry. You should have said, no, you're meeting the Queen of England. And when you meet her, you will need to curtsy. And if you need me to teach you, I will. But what we're not going to do is disrespect her, Meghan. And see, that's where Harry made a mistake too. He allowed her to disrespect the Queen. That's how you knew Harry was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He decided, oh, okay, it's okay for Meghan to call the family racist. Spin it to make it sound like this, what I'm telling you. I'm giving you a different example of her spinning and acting dumb. Why in the hell am I getting in, the car with my husband and not knowing where I'm going? Sorry, throat a little dry. Honey, where we going? Oh no, we know where we going. We hit the dough. So we know how much we gonna be spending while we out. That's my household. However, she acted like she didn't know where she was going. And she said a few moments, what'd she say? A few moments after I asked, I found out moments before arriving to meet the Queen, to meet his grandmother, that she was actually finna do it. And then a few moments after that, she realized that she was going to have to curtsy. No, you knew you were going to go to meet the Queen, and you knew you were going to have to curtsy, and you knew what you were going to do. And then after that, she says, this is what pissed me off. And this is when I called her a D-list actor. You D-list actor, you knew exactly where you were going. You knew you were going to go meet the Queen, and you just disrespected her. And the pissed off part is that Harry let you do it. But then she says, oh gosh, guys, I don't, like, oh my God, what is this? And then she disses it even more. She says, let me respond how Harry should have responded. I probably already did that, but let me do it in another way. We are going to go meet my grandmother. And when you get there, you're going to have to curtsy. Do you understand? And if she had been tripping or saying something stupid, that was his cue to leave this woman alone because she disrespected your grandmother. And if she would disrespect her, she disrespect your father, your family, her family, both sides. And then lied and said she invited Ashley to the party, to the wedding. You know good and well, Ashley didn't get an invitation to the wedding. I ain't heard Ashley's name since the docuseries. The Sussex Squad don't bring her up. Hey, Sussex Squad, do y'all know if she's still hanging out with Ashley? Or did she use her like she uses everybody else and throw them to the garbage? Like she did Jessica Maloney, Millie, and all of Harry's friends. He did all this for this woman. He's in court fighting for her. And then he even disrespects his grandmother. Look, it goes further. And then Meghan says this. She says, she compared the royal family to medieval times, dinner and tournament. That's what she said. Dinner and tournament. She said, Americans can relate to this. No, we can't. That's what she said. She said Americans can relate to this. It's like medieval times, dinner and tournament. You Duchess of Sussex, you want to be this great person, but you will never be because of this stuff right here. How dare you compare the royal family to medieval times and dinner and tournament. We're talking about some horses, okay? There's about 4 colors: blue, yellow, red, and some other color. And you go, and it's built, it's a castle. And you go, and it's like medieval times. You eat with your hands, okay? Get chicken pizza. It's fun. It's good. And then you're sitting in there, and they're fighting. The knights are fighting in whatever color wind. You can be the queen and then go up there and all that if they call out your name. And then he sits next to her while she bends down and do that jacked up curtsy. And I look, and Harry looks embarrassed. But you let her do it. You let this woman call your family and compare them to a dinner and $48 a piece for dinner and tournament. You get dinner and a show. And nobody is curtsying any. I didn't see anyone doing that. Maybe they did. But just disrespectful. She wasn't saying that when she was trying to get married. She wasn't saying that when she was on TV holding on to him real tight and talking about, we're going to hit the ground running and all this stuff you're going to do. And all in the back of her head, she had that vision board with her at wherever they were staying, plotting and planning, bullying the staff, writing in her diary about how Archie wasn't going to get the titles. And Harry signed off on this. We just found out the other day that Meghan has some etiquette coaching. Etiquette. And the etiquette coach explained to us that he was very disappointed in Meghan's behavior in the docuseries because he taught her how to drink and be etiquette. But she tells us she has no formal training and she knows nothing and she just went in there stupid. Dumb. Just like that New York City car chase. Dumb. Just like Harry's court cases. Dumb. What is it going to prove? That you and Chelsea should have been together? That you should have fought these people when you thought they were hacking you, but all of a sudden you get an epiphany when you get with Meghan? Oh, God. And Elton John. I don't know too much about that, but I thought Elton John was Harry's friend. I didn't know Elton John was Meghan's friend. And what I think happened maybe is that when they did go visit Elton John, he probably was talking about his case. And then he was like, well, man, you should sue too or something. And then Meghan chimed in and said, yeah, we will. But I blame Meghan because, listen, she's the influencer. She's Mexit. She's all of that. Okay? She calls the shots. She tells him what to do, and he does it. Period. That's what he's been doing. Doing whatever she says to do. What has she done for him? She's not showing up at court. She's not holding his hand. She's working on her brand. He's at hotels. He's got a divorce lawyer. This is confirmed by Lady C and Meghan Kelly. And Hollywood's talking. And then Tim Dillon went in and told the truth. I find it very difficult for me to be clicking on something that has Meghan's name on it. Or, no. That's why I'm not watching that docuseries anymore. I don't want any more numbers to go towards that. Oh yeah, 1,000,002 people watch it. No. Mm-mm. I'm almost done, guys. Check this out. I think I'm going to read it because I copied and pasted. Harry, he says, this is after Spare and all this. This is him talking about the royal family now. After he did Spare and everything. He says, the ball is very much in their court. But Meghan and I have continued to say that we will openly apologize for anything that we did wrong. But every time we ask that question, no one's telling us the specifics or anything. You liar. Number one, they wanted an apology. Meghan wanted an open apology so that it could solidify her lies. And the royal family told her what they told her. Nothing. And can you imagine Catherine being told, you got to apologize to Meghan? That's Harry. This is Harry. Meghan told Harry, I want an apology from your family before I go back over there or do anything or reconcile. And so Harry went back and told his family that. And then they probably told him, no, that's stupid stuff. And then they haven't gotten an apology yet. And then the coronation came. Oh, but before that, it was the titles. Mm-hmm. Their birthright. Still taken from the royal family. You still taken for that racist family. The one to call you, said your child that wasn't even born, that still taken. You took the Sussex name and that thing, you done burnt that to the ground. No one in California is calling you the Duchess of Sussex. No one. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. You haven't earned that name. It doesn't even sound right coming off my lips. But you're gonna use it up until you make every little drippy droppy money from it. Because you're working fast and hard. And you moving on without Harry. Harry's too busy in court. He told us. He said, I have so many litigations. Why? Stop him, Harry. Drop him. Cancel it. Look how much better you will feel. You're not going to be able to fight these people for your wife. And you know what? If I was the judge, I would have been like, well, where's she at? The one you fighting for, is she here? We did the crime together. Okay? We did this together. But you go by yourself. Because I got to work on this. Harry went up against his own government for her. Shocking. And look how she treats him. She didn't give him a kiss on the kiss cam. She drags him around with her, going to a war, place to a next, and doing whatever she wants to do. It's all about her look. She wants him in the back. She doesn't want him in the front. She doesn't want people to know that she's famous because of Harry. She wants us to believe that he's lucky to have her. If he was lucky to have you, then why is him and his family not talking? Why is his country hating on him? If he's lucky to have you, then why is the United States wanting to kick him smooth out? And are you going to go with him? Are you going to go to the UK when they kick Harry out? That would be the only reason why I would want to see that. Just to see if she would follow her husband. Mm-hmm. I think it would look really nasty if we kicked him out. But I'm just saying. I think they're not going to stop bashing the royal family. That's just a joke. Meghan's going to find a way through Obi Scobie, through something. Obi Scobie done wrote, I ain't going to go there. My point is that this person has destroyed Harry's life, in my opinion. He has nothing. He has nothing. There's nothing left. His family, William won't take his calls, I heard. And Charles is out of town. And before that, even during the Oprah, Catherine was still trying to get the relationship back together. But after Catherine realized that Meghan has taken Harry's brain cells and stirred them up and used them any kind of way that she wants to, there's no help. Harry won't be free until she leaves him. That's when he'll be free from her. He is not going back to the UK. I would feel even less of Harry if he left his kids. I really would. But I do hope this happens, that when he leaves her, that he meets a beautiful, wonderful woman in California and just start a new life and leave this one behind so we can move on. Because let me tell you something. She can leave him now, like my supporters keep telling me. She's not going anywhere right now, but she will. She needs him too much. Because if she left him right now, and I know WME has warned her, you will be eaten up by the press. Because it would have solidified who you are, that you use this man for your personal gain. And the way you used him is just... Oh, one of my subscribers talked about back in the day when stuff like this would happen, when women would do these kind of manipulate the men, that they would get into some serious trouble for doing that. Well, here's her trouble. We're going to continue to speak out. Sussex Forever Squad. And I encourage you, and this is what I do believe. I do believe that they're doing it for the money. I really do. Yeah. You have to have lack of morals, or to be a fan. What? And when they're on there talking about her, they're praising her beauty, and they're rooting for her, Harry and Meghan, and the royal family was this and that, and her award, and the kids, and it just goes on and on. But there's no substance. There's no substance. They don't. To me, if I was a Sussex Squad, I'll be talking about the brand. I'll be like, when I'm on Lizzo's page and J-Lo's page and all these celebrities, it's about their brand. When Kim Kardashian posts a post, it's all about her. She is not going to get no $300,000 post. That's going to end quickly. Meghan is not that interesting. She's boring. Very, very boring. And that's why she's a D-lister. And that's why she needed Harry to marry her. And she needed to stay that and be okay with being second. But always being, let me tell you something. Kate is first. Catherine is it. It is not William. William does not come before her. It looks like it. There's a saying, behind every great man, there's a great woman to pushing him to be great. We are manipulators. We are manipulative Women have that womanly things to persuade men. hmm hmm That's why she should have been. That's why I know that she orchestrated all of this, because no woman would want her husband to do the things that Harry has done for her and is doing for her. It could have easily been stopped. But this is her thing. I believe he created Spare to help her, to take some of the blame away from her. It did. But she wrote the book. Last thing I want to say is Howard Stern. This is what he said. Stern expressed confusion over what Harry and Meghan want out of releasing this 6-part Netflix series, asking, where do they go with this? Is this the career? Talking about how humiliating you were being a part of the royal family, living in this beautiful castle and, not having to work and having everything handed to you. He said, I don't know living in a castle, and it's hard to relate to it. He's saying that you're living in a castle and you're complaining about it. I took a sleeping pill starting to kick in. I'm almost done. He says, talking about how humiliating you were being a part of, I don't know, living in a castle. He was being sarcastic. And it's hard to relate to. It's like, it looks pretty terrific to me, if it was me. I never have to worry about money and so on and so on. Stern predicted that Harry and Meghan will leave him, like we all do. You got, Tim Dillon. I hope I'm saying his name right. Howard Stern, Chris Rock, South Park, Megyn Kelly, Candace. I mean, you name him. They're coming for her. TMZ, Page 6, and all the British media. They have a right to be disappointed. The monarchy is what they're about. The royal family is it. That's the subject. That's their presidency. Like ours is Joe Biden and what's going on with Trump. That's all our political. That's ours. And I would have to say that the royal family is the UK's. So when you attack the royal family, you attack everyone. I hope that makes sense. It's like, I understand why the media talks about it a lot. I understand why the people are upset about it. I do. And I knew that when she came over here, she wasn't going to get this kind of press. She wasn't going to get this kind of reception. No one cares. The only person we're looking at is Harry. He's the prince. Fifth in line to the throne, Your Highness, Your Royal Highness. He wanted them to call him Your Royal Highness. Why? You're not acting as a senior royal. Listen, I'm out of here, guys. Love you. I hope you enjoyed my video. Mwah.